Money attraction is something that should be natural. Money is not a source of pain, or should not be a source of pain. I'm going to have a more prosperous life. I'm going to be richer. I'm going to have a more abundant life. So today's video is strictly about manifesting money. It's going to be a 3-video series because I need to address specific things that it will be just too complicated and too long to put into one video, so bear with me. So it's money attraction. When you are on a journey to consciously, deliberately say, I'm going to have a more prosperous life. I'm going to be richer. I'm going to have a more abundant life. It is a conscious decision that you have made, and you have taken some actions and you want to see results. To put it bluntly, you want to be rich. Everyone wants to be rich. Everyone wants to experience a life of privilege. Now, maybe you are spiritual. So you've done spiritual rituals, you've done whatever is available from the internet gurus, you have done. Or maybe you're just a very masculine woman who is used to having an idea, turning it into a goal, and taking action. Very strategic, very Cartesian, very masculine woman. The reality is, if you're watching this video today, somehow, regardless of the route that you've taken in terms of taking the initiative to deliberately become a wealthier, richer, more privileged version of yourself, somehow you have hit a plateau, or maybe you have just not had any type of tangible result. So this video is going to be the first of a series of 3 videos because I can't address all of the stuff you need to take into account when you are on a journey to manifest a more opulent version of yourself. Today, I'm going to speak specifically about the energy blocks, what we call in occultism curses. On a separate video, I'm going to speak about the ritual aspect that you have to do and the things to consider when you're transforming your life. If this is the first time you're watching my channel, coming upon my content, I am Miss Pravala. Everyone calls me MP. And I'm a potion maker. I'm an occultist with over 21 years now of experience as someone who is commissioned by clients to not only do sacred feminine healing, but also make potions for them. And actually, I'm going to start this video with my own potion that I am applying for myself. And potions are a necessary tool for any woman who wants to change herself, transform into the version of herself that she is just madly in love with and who becomes magnetic to all of her desires. So, what needs to come into account in the way you tackle this project of you transforming? So, money attraction, money manifestation, what happens most of the time when you are a person who are in scarcity, someone that you feel that either you're poor or you're not privileged or you are middle class, what's going to happen is that such types of people are either going to be completely defeated and feel that it's not for me. They have all kinds of limiting beliefs about wealth, about rich people, and the experience of money is a very precarious experience. If you feel that it is your divine entitlement to experience more, and actually it is, if you've watched my content, you know what I'm talking about. You are a divine being incarnated into a physical body. So as a divine being, you have this one property, which is that you are infinite. You are opulent by nature, by essence, before being born, before incarnating and actually honoring the vows, the blocks, the limiting programming, and becoming a victim of the programming of society, whether it is your community, whether it is your hierarchy, your parents, the people that you look up to when you grow up, and in large, the media. So you know by now that you are divinely entitled to live a prosperous life. I'm not talking about being a gazillionaire. I'm talking about, at the very minimum, being opulent, never lacking money, experiencing money as a loving experience that is on the revolving door. So money is something that always comes to you. Money is not something that you have to worry about. Money is not even a conversation unless it is a loving conversation. You need to experience money as an opulent relationship in order to fulfill your life purpose, in order to be an actual divine being, meaning having the property of being opulent, of being infinite in this reality. We incarnate to self-realize as divine beings. So what happens most of the time when you consider yourself in precarious social-economic circumstances is that you're now aware that you are supposed to be rich. So now you're going to look for ways to experience that. So the three routes are the spiritual route, because now you're acquainted with some of the jargon, the knowledge of spirituality. You're going to do some rituals that may or may not yield any results. You may take action. If you're a highly masculine woman, you're going to work 2 hours and you're paid maybe $100 per hour, and then it's $200, and then you're going to make a plan to invest or to create a business, whatever. However you strategize to multiply your money. The problem is you're going to hit a plateau. At some point, very early on, you're going to hit a plateau. That is why this money manifestation conversation applies to many of my clients who actually come to someone like me, so are not at the bottom of the economic ladder. They can afford my services, they can afford my products, but they have the same experience. They hit a plateau. Their experience of money is being a slave to money, not having a life, having to compromise on themselves, whether it is their health, whatever, the compromission to have money. So money is an experience of suffering, of me having to bend over for money, of me never really having to chill, to relax, and to know that money is coming, money is amazing. So you have to really ask yourself, am I supposed to have more? Am I meant to have more? And if you really feel deep in your heart that the answer is yes, then you know that there are keys that you still have not had to open some doors in the spiritual realm, but also in the law of attraction manifestation realm. Because when you've taken action, and the action somehow after months or years, you don't actually see a difference in your reality, in your experience of reality, you have not expanded, it shows that there is a block. Today's video is about the blocks. I'm going to identify 3 so it's easy for you. I'm going to be very broad. If you want more details about that, you book me or you buy some of my, I have spiritual courses, whatever. But 3 kind of general, overgeneralized curses. The first curse, you see it when you work, you have money coming in, but like I said, whenever money comes, you have the urge to spend it on things that are frivolous. So somehow you just don't have money, regardless of how much money you acquire, how much money comes to you. After a certain time, whether it is a week, a month, 6 months to a year, you find yourself back at square one. Always back at, okay, I have to make more money again. So it's not even about hitting a plateau. We call it, and all of those curses fall under what we call in occultism, the hole in the hand curse. In some other cultures, I've heard that they call it also the hole in the pocket. This is really much more in the diaspora, the African diaspora type of magic or esoteric community. So a hole in the hand, that is your curse. Money comes, money drops. Money comes, money drops. So you have experiences of money. So your problem is not manifesting money. Your problem is transforming your life, becoming opulent, becoming rich, becoming a new person, having a new experience, travel, have a better way of living, better food, dressing better, going to higher places, expanding in your money experience. But somehow you make the money and it's like, oh, you just need to spend the money. You need to spend the money on reckless things. It could be like going gambling, for example, and losing the money. It could be doing investments, listening, trusting people who come to you and they're like, I have this amazing business deal, and you put your money in it and then you lose your money. It could be also having, and this is really tied to a generational curse coming from maybe your family, your bloodline, a couple of 100 years ago or 100 years ago, made a pact with a specific entity saying that in my lineage, there will be, the third born or the firstborn of every woman in my lineage will actually be the child, the soul that is going to be sacrificed for the prosperity of the rest. So if that curse, that actual pact that your family has made with a specific entity is not broken for you, if you don't cut that link, if you stop honoring that curse, you're going to experience that, and the people coming from you, the descendants, are still going to be victims of that curse. The second curse I will address is the karmic curse. The karmic curse is what? Past life. So we are here, if you're watching someone like me, you have understood that there is a cycle of reincarnation. So basically, when you are born, you come from a specific experience in a past life. That's why you have a lot of people who have experienced, dreams or memories of living, in ancient Egypt, in Atlantis, in ancient Peru with the Aztecs and the Incas and the Mayas, or in ancient India in the times of the Vedas, or in Lemuria. So you have sort of accepted this notion that reincarnation exists. What's going to happen is that when your soul is still in a cycle of incarnation, of reincarnation, it means that you still have not realized, completely self-realized in your divinity on earth. So your soul made the contract, the vow with the divine family, the divine ministries, that I'm going to incarnate and this is going to be my mission. The moment, as long as your mission is not accomplished, you're going to come back in the loop, in the cycle of reincarnation. So what happens? Your soul is pure, your soul is infinite, your soul has no flaws, your soul is a godly soul, right? The moment you make a vow with the person that is going to be your mother, that through you I'm going to incarnate, I'm going to pass through your womb, what happens is that you are going to look at yourself. You're going to look at everything, every aspect of your past incarnations that you have not been able to finish, all of the missions that you have not been able to accomplish. Also, you're going to look at all of the people who hurt you and all of the people you hurt. You're going to bring basically all of that archived spiritual DNA, which we actually access to in the Akashic records when we do past life regressions and things like that. And you're going to come in the womb of your physical mother carrying those curses, past life karma, the law in action, meaning that I posed an act, I did something, and I'm living the consequences. It is an actual wheel that keeps on going until you break it. Now, this is something that you have to address spiritually, and also through mindset work. You cannot start your manifestation journey unless you have addressed those. The third type of curse is a curse that is really tied to living on earth. So those curses are tied to being in your mother's womb, because your mother shares your DNA with you. You are part of her bloodline. So you're going to, first of all, inherit the curses that she has and that your biological father carries. So you're taking already those two, innately, those curses. Now, whenever you are in your womb, you're already aware, your soul is already attached to that fetus after 3 days of being created, of being conceived. 3 days. So the moment your mom becomes pregnant, after 3 days, when you're just a little microscopic element in your mom's womb, you already have life. You are already a soul. You are already tied to your life experience, to your mission. And when you are inside of your womb, what happens is that your soul is going to continue finishing the contracts with all of the human beings that are also soul, and all of the divine entities, and all of the low vibrational entities that also cultists call demonic, that are tied to you, that are the masters of your incarnation, helping you or being an obstacle to you self-realizing as a divine being who's able to manifest infinitely opulence in all aspects of your life. You're supposed to have it all. So the curses start in your womb, and as you're born, they're going to continue on and harden as what the mindset community is going to talk about and label limiting beliefs. But these actually start by being programmings, implants, because the body is like a software. We have different layers of the body. The physical body is what you see here. But as I'm speaking to you, if you're a little bit sensitive to energy, you can also feel my energy. You can feel my magnetism. You have other aspects of your body reacting to me coming to you. Your aura is going to speak to you. So those implants are connected to your astral body, and this is how whichever entities, divine or demonic, angelic, ethereal, or low vibrational, highly vibrational, or low vibrational, are going to plug themselves to you. However, there's a law which is called the law of attraction 101, the most basic of the universal laws, which says that you attract what you are. But what you are physically is also what you are mentally, and by a greater extent, what you are energetically, aka spiritually. On all of the layers, all of the invisible layers of your body, under something that is called the monad, that is actually what makes you someone who is blessed and versus someone who is cursed. That energy body is going to be the one that is honoring, feeding the entities that plug, the programmings that are usually going to be here. The home is the solar plexus, the Manipura chakra, where basically based on you living your experience as a victim or as a trophy or as a divine being, you're going to create the character that you are. And your character is going to have the mindset of that character, and she's going to live the life of that character. When you are on a journey to transform your life, to become someone who is magnetic to blessings, if you do not take into account those 3 layers of curses, no amount of doing the most sophisticated manifestation techniques, or even going to the most sophisticated coaches where they do hypnosis, or they do different type of neuro-linguistic things, or they're motivational, you will always fall flat. You will be motivated, perked up, boosted, and saying, yes, now is the time, I change my life. And then you fall back into the same habits because you may want to change your life, but you cannot actually transform inside in your essence because you're still honoring those vows and you're still playing the character in the movie of the person who is cursed no matter what. And I will end the video here. This has nothing to do with whether you are a nice person, a good person, a smart person, or whatever. In reality, it has nothing to do with it. Money attraction is something that should be natural, that should come, because the money energy, what we call in occultism the money spirit, is a spirit that is tied to you. The question is, did you unplug that tie, replaced it unconsciously by other energies? And how do you get back to become a magnet in your real life to that money? How to be the recipient of amazing money? The experience of money should be, I receive money on the revolving door. I invest in money in the ways that money starts to multiply itself without me having to contribute to it. So someone like me, very simply, I'm not even gonna go into banking, into trading, into creating a business or whatever. I'm making a video. This video is going to be posted on a specific media. Whether I stop making videos or not, even if this were my one video on my one YouTube channel, I can trust that whomever needs to hear this message is going to hear it and is going to reach out to me. This video is supposed to give me money on the revolving door. It's already an investment. Also, the platform that I'm using, hopefully, is also rewarding me monetarily by me contributing to the overall activity of the platform. So money is not a source of pain, or should not be a source of pain. You should go to sleep at night and feeling already opulent and waking up opulent and living the opulence of money. Money is supposed to come to you. You're supposed to love the way money comes to you. You're supposed to be honorable and have integrity in the way you experience your money. And money needs to be able to use you as a seed to blossom in your reality and to bless others through you. Any less than that, it doesn't matter if you started at $1,000 or if you started at $1 million. Doesn't matter. Your experience of money, if you have not dealt with the 3 curses that I've just talked about, never, ever, ever will the money experience be a fulfilling and thriving one, and you will not feel like money is an actual ally to your self-realization and your expansion. You living opulent means that you're supposed to thrive in the material as well as in the spiritual, as well as living in peace, and as well as having everything else in your life. It's not having money in spite of. It's having money as a helper, as an enabler of me flourishing. I love you. I see you in my next video. I hope this video was amazing. Manifest lavish imperial opulence, and I see you soon. Ciao.